What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to Kulenergy Podcast. This week, we are going to be covering the topic of asking for help. So let's not waste any more time and let's get started. Asking for help. When I started losing my sight when I was getting older, it was a very difficult thing for me to do. I wasn't used to it. And for the matter that I felt uncomfortable, I felt helpless. I also felt like I was being judged because of my situation of not being able to see. So that's what held me back for so many years until I started to realize it really held me back. It did not allow me to complete my task, my project, or things I want to achieve. So when I started to really ask for help from my friends, my family, from customer service, from the Fed, for whoever, no matter where I've gone to ask for help nowadays, life is so much easier. I get so much work done now. And I'm not saying that this is less time consuming. It's actually just as time consuming as if I wasn't asking for help, but it's a lot smoother. After life started to flow smoother, after I stopped having to rely only on myself and being very stubborn of not asking for help, I noticed something else. I noticed that I started to learn more because I'm receiving firsthand information when I'm talking to people. Yeah, I can always go online, go on Google, and search for the information. Now, back then, that tool was there. However, I wasn't. My mind wasn't there. I was going about it a little differently because it took some time for me to find the right way to ask for help. Because what I was doing when I was younger, I was asking for help, but I was expecting people to do it for me, which was all wrong. And it shouldn't be like that. So when I started changing up how I ask for help and how I'm receiving it and how I apply it, that made a big difference. It's actually very encouraging and very motivating because if I want to achieve a goal or complete a project or task, I have to rely on myself in that way. But when I do ask for help, it's all about information and guidance. And that's what took me really far. Asking for help is pretty much asking questions. And I have to share with everyone there is no such thing as a bad question or a stupid question because all of us knows what we know and we don't know what we don't know. And this was a message in my previous podcast. So when you ask the question, no matter how simple of an answer it may be, or an obvious answer that most people might know, but if you don't know it and you ask that same question, it's okay. Because if you have that answer, guess what? It's just stay in your head for the rest of your life, right? Will you be judged? Will people laugh at you? Yes, they will. But so what? Now I know something that I didn't know before. I'll give you a quick example. And this goes way back. I still remember I was in the fourth or fifth grade, and my teacher was going over all the words for our spelling tests. He going down all the words and making sure that everyone knows how to spell it and the definition of each word. Guess which word that did not cross my mind for some reason? And that word was closet. Yes, closet. Fourth, fifth grade. I didn't know what closet was. I was young, of course. Even my teacher was a little surprised. Like, really, Robert? You don't know what closet is? Is something you put away your clothes. You hang something. Is something to store. Is usually in your home. And I couldn't help but just kind of smile. And yes, my classmate did laugh. But hey, it's okay. I learned something that day, and it was the word closet. There have been times where I asked a question to someone, and they have pretty much turned around and laughed at me because the question was so ridiculous that they felt that I should know the answer, especially someone at my age. But I only know what I know. And if I don't know, I want to ask. I can always go online and Google it, but if I have the opportunity and benefit of talking to someone firsthand, I will always take that over any day. So from that experience, I want to share with all of you that if someone ever asks you a question, and regardless of how ridiculous it may be, don't laugh at them. Don't make them feel stupid because they trust you enough to approach you and ask that question. Do them a favor. Embrace the question and do what you can to provide the answer. And if you don't have the answer, guide them. Point them toward the direction where they can find it. Any help goes a long way, as it did for me. So what had happened when you don't ask for help? For example, let's say you're on a project, whether it's for work, school, or personal. When you run into a roadblock, what do? You take some time, you start to think, you try to analyze, you're trying to find information, whatever you got to do. And time is ticking. Time is consuming so much where it starts to frustrate you. When a person starts getting frustrated when they can't find a certain answer, what happened? They don't get very happy. They feel less motivated. They tend to prolong it, procrastinate it, and worst of all, they just give up on it. I know a lot of people who does this because I know I've done it many times. And thinking back now, wow, what time wasted. And when you start asking for help, and it's okay, and I want to send that message out to everyone. It's okay to ask for help. It's okay to receive help. And it's okay to offer help. There are good and bad people. There are people who appreciate it and those who do not appreciate it. Regardless, helping, it should be a part of our human nature. We work together. We are one unit. We cannot function if we don't have each other. And there's a very important message there. Don't be selfish. Be more positive. Be more opening. Be more out there. People need us, especially now. Don't give up on us. Don't give up on yourself. Really, this is a very important message. It's okay to ask for help and receive it. Hope you guys enjoyed this sweet podcast. And since we are on the topic of asking for help, I am here today to ask for help from all of you. I have recently opened up a Etsy shop, and I want you guys to check it out for the holiday season. It has some great selection of t-shirt, sweatshirt, and hoodies. So in the link down below, go ahead, click on the link, and shop around a little bit. And do me a big favor, hit that like button if you enjoy this week's content. If you haven't subscribed, what are you waiting for? And leave a comment down below. Always share with me what's your feedback, what's your thought, or just saying hi. Before I leave, remember, be good to yourself, be good to others, and do good. So other than that, I'll see you guys next time. Take care.